faculties are carrying out responsible research and responsible publications, they are enriching the knowledge base of their own institution as well, which ultimately helps to develop a foolproof and updated curriculum as well, which is beneficial to their students. And finally, your publications carry real world academic value. So if you are not going by your self-fulfilling prophecy, you are not going by your conceptual idea only, but you are basing upon the updated knowledge in the form of robust evidence, then your research is telling everybody that what is actually happening around in the world and how it is being translated into the scientific language. So that is how you when you follow evidence-based approach, you establish yourself as a responsible and valuable academician in the academic world. So we have talked about this evidence-based policy or evidence-based practice or evidence-based approach. What is actually it is? So in words, it is like evidence-based policy helps people make well-informed decisions about policies, programs, and projects by putting the best available evidence from research at the heart of policy development and implementation. So these are some fancy words, but I would like to say that I would like to start with the term evidence. In scientific and in academic world, people generally know what exactly do we refer with the term evidence. But still, I would like to say, first of all, there is a caveat that this term evidence is not related to evidence, the term evidence prevalent in the discipline of law. It is the evidence which has been generated by scientific research. I would like to give an example of very simple experiment which we actually practice daily in our lives. If you heat water, it starts boiling when it reaches the temperature of 100 degrees Celsius. So this is a scientific knowledge which is well-established knowledge. We, by practice and by scientific understanding, we know very well that water starts boiling at 100 degrees centigrade. This is not only the knowledge, this is actually the evidence, and it has been established by carrying out the same thing again and again, obtaining the same kind of results, and then utilizing this knowledge into other functionalities and activities. Likewise, when we carry out research, suppose in the area of psychology, there is a similar kind of relationship, just like the relationship of heat and boiling of water. There is another very well established relationship in psychology, which is known as frustration leads to aggression. If somebody is frustrated, that person is going to be aggressive. And vice versa. If you reduce the level of frustration, the aggression level will also come down. So this is not only the knowledge, this is not only the simple knowledge, this is a scientific evidence which has been established by research and by experimentation. And how you can use it. Suppose there is in public policy scenario, there is a gathering of mob, and district magistrate, like one officer, district magistrate, is trying to use evidence-based approach in dealing with the mob. So mostly what they do, they use lathi charge. This is an intervention which they use. So this is an intervention which comes to the mind often in the minds of the officers. But if an officer thinks about how to reduce the level of frustration these people are having, then their aggression is likely to come down. Because this is scientifically proven that if you increase frustration, aggression will increase. If you reduce the level of frustration, aggression level will also come down. So if you are an intelligent officer, you can use this theory. This is not only the theory, this is the evidence. You can use this evidence in your decision making. So that is how we can explain evidence-based policy. However, I have tried to explain this in a very simple module, but when we come to the real play, evidence-based policy is being used in the developed countries, and I am claiming on the basis of my own experiences and practices that developed countries are developed because of using evidence-based decision making in their system. Yes, and if we are confused about what to do and what actually works, so our guesswork, our ideology, our intuition, our theories simply are not able to properly tell us that what actually works in the public policy scenario, but evidence, research evidence, which is being generated by the academicians and scientists, is efficient enough to advise the policymakers, the decision makers, the ministers, the prime ministers of different countries to decide on. And please believe me, while I was working with the parliamentary sections in the UK, I had a chance to listen to various bills and budgets in the parliament. So, however, just like in our country and every democracy, you see the opposition is always criticizing the policies, the decision making, and the actions of the government, because this is their duty. But in England, I saw in England, but this practice is followed in many other countries as well. Whenever the government or the government minister put forward any bill or any policy backed by evidence, backed by a proper synthesis of previous evidence, and then on that basis, they have said that this bill is going to bring a because that decision does not include government's own decision, government's own whims and fancies. It includes the recommendation by science. And since science is bias-free, it is impartial, it is providing you the correct effects. Therefore, it has to be accepted, because opposition, although being critical, they don't have to be mad. They have to accept. They should be ready to accept whatever is logical and correct. So decisions and policies proposed with the help of science, with the help of evidence, are accepted immediately. And if some policy is lacking some evidence, those are under discussion, sent under discussion. This is the system, and that is why once upon a time, when evidence-based approach was limited to the academic institutions only, it has made its proper place into the government decision making. And it is also coming to our developing countries like us as well. And slowly and gradually we are improving in this side as well. So I would like to assure one thing, that this process,